Alright, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lady Nika and with I had took a picture. Shit, I thought I was cute today. But anyway, I'm back. Hold on. Well, girl, that's how we gonna work it, okay? You can see me, I can see you. Alright, we're gonna start back off. Oh, Have and Have Not, season 5, episode 6. Hurricane Offshore, I think. If that's wrong, I have it right in the description box of this video. Alright, let's talk shit, swallow spit. We start back off at the hotel. That Veronica done went over there to Erica's hotel room. Now David is on the phone with her. Soon as she opened the door, David telling Erica to put Veronica on the phone. So she do it, and David warned her, walk away from this. But this Miss V, she don't take that shit. She don't take that shit lightly, being told what to do. So she walk her ass on up in there, and she had the nerve to ask that girl, who was her pimp. And then she started naming names out, talking about it's several of them in the city that would probably pick up a girl like her, and a few of them that she done had to represent. Girl. She said she won't know how much her husband is paying for her, for Erica. Now, baby, Veronica evil, but she funny at the same time. She on that phone with David and told David, say, you went from white to beige. I guess you eventually work your way back to me, black. I flatline, bitch. A child, I said, whatever. Erica like, you know what? I know how to deal with you. She called security, and I was like, damn, she must have called security. Act like she made that call to them from the hood because they took so long to answer and to actually show up. Veronica could have shanked her and been gone, honey, been and shunked her real good and run up out of there, and nobody would ever know anything about it. Now, Veronica begins to flash her wedding ring, talking about she the wife. But see, Erica ain't no pussy punk or no failure either. She said, no, you the ex-wife, and I've seen the papers. Now, that kind of broke Veronica's face a little bit. And you could see that she had her for just a minute. She also alluded to the fact that, yeah, I know about you. Yeah, I seen the paperwork. I do this with all the men that I sleep with. I said, oh, bitch. So, made her think that David and her been sleeping with each other. Veronica was shook for a minute, but you can't keep the devil down too long. He gonna stay getting his ass back up. You just have to keep slaying him every time. Now, Erica get a call back, and it's David. He telling her to stay on the phone with him because help on the way. She like, oh, no need. He said, you don't know what you dealing with this time, girl. You do not know what you dealing with. This girl here, you ain't ready for her. Erica said she got that, and she hung up. And at that moment, I was really kind of scared for Erica. Because, see, Erica, you don't understand. Veronica do whatever, okay? Now, Erica, her and Veronica looking at each other. This is what killed me by Veronica. Veronica done analyzed this girl on down, okay? She told her, girl, you from Florida, right? Dehydrated skin. You done aged a little bit, She said, but you know what I like? What I like about the people of Florida is they know how to brace themselves during hurricane season. And it's one brewing named Veronica. Then she told her, girl, you pretty. That's going to be the downfall of this one here. I hate to have to do it to you, girl. When they ugly, you don't feel so bad about messing up their face, but you pretty. Now, Erica, girl, I want you to get yours, but I don't want you to get yours from Veronica. I want you to get yours from Candace, because I think you got some sneaky shit with you. Well, eventually, security do show up, y'all, and she leaves Erica with the, you better watch your back type of attitude, okay? Now, while Veronica been upstairs harassing Erica, fooling around with her, Jeffrey and Candace is still downstairs, and I was wondering why. Now, did Veronica tell them to stay put? Child, leave it in the panty. Leave it in the panty. All I know is they down there, and Candace's phone keep ringing, and she keep avoiding it to the point where Jeffrey asks, "Who is calling you?" And she say it's Benny. And he automatically knew for her to not be answering that phone. What you did to him? She said, "I bought a house and a business for him and wind up mortgaging and all." And Jeffrey said, "Girl, you is just like my mother. You just like mama. Y'all use people." And Candace say, I don't think I'm by myself with that. Are you not using Justin?" Jeffrey said, I'm not using him. So she asked him, "Well, so does that mean that you like him? You're in love with him?" And of course he tried to line down play it, but Jeffrey, hell no. We see you, boy. We see you. Now, why, as they sitting there debating, in walks into the artesian lobby area is none other than Brandon, also known as Oscar. Child, Candace saw that and said, "Hell no, not today, Satan. Not today." Well, you know, he walked on over to the table where she was sitting at, and he called himself trying to dismiss Jeffrey like he nobody. Talking about beat it. Jeffrey said, wait a minute, who is it? Who you talking to? He told Candace, he said, "Hold on, I'll be right back. Let me go get a knife. We done already filleted one motherfucker. Ain't gonna be hurt none to do or nothing. We can go jail 2 for 1, child, whatever." Now Candace is sitting there from the jump telling Oscar, "Leave me alone, get away from me. If you don't leave me alone and get away from me, I'ma cause a scene. I'ma fall out on this floor and get the yelling rape." He talking about this is Mark and how you know. Oh, he talking about that Mark again, telling him it's some powerful people that stand behind him, and if she go with the program, she stand to make more money than what she actually did lose. Now, she not trying to hear that, and she tell him, "You got 10 seconds before I start making this scene." He said, "I only need 5. And as he said that, we saw young Barack Obama Jr. walking through with his entourage, and Oscar say, that's the one right there. That's the Mark. He's in lead for the presidential election. He said he got a squeaky clean record, and getting next to him would be easy for Candace because he showed her a picture of the man's wife who had only passed away a year ago. She fed up to the point where now she calls in that scene. She just haul out and tell him, "Leave me alone." Now, child, you know them good white folks down at the Artesian wasn't ready for that, child. They all staring, and he get up and leave because he know that she mean business. Now, let's go back to young Barack Obama Jr. I knew that scene with him and David, when David was on that little so-called date with Erica, and David mentioned his wife having passed and stuff. I knew that was going to be more. I knew that was going to lead to a reoccurring role, as you know. And as the season progresses, I'm sure we'll get a lot more info on this man. In fact, I do believe that Candace may actually get desperate enough to where she messed with this dude. Okay. Now, Jeffrey called Justin. That's what he walked off to really do. When he get Justin on that phone, Justin asked him where he at. He said he at the Artisan Hotel. He asked him what room number. Jeffrey ain't got no room. He said, "Get one, click." I said, okay, aggressive. I like me old aggressive ass man. Jeffrey, After all that shit you took that man through, he'd have been up in there risking his job trying to keep you up to breast on what's going on with the search party and telling you and Candace when y'all need to really get the hell away from around there. Child, he is coming to that motherfucking hotel. You best to have a room because it's time for you to drop down and get your eagle on, baby. I said, go ahead on. Whew. Go ahead on, boy. You better get Justin some of that boy puss because he coming through for it. Okay, believe that. Well, he walked back over to the table he was with Candace, and she clocked his teeth before he could even say anything. She said, "You finna get a room?" Now, he looking like a deer caught in headlights, like, how she know? Child, birds of a feather flock together. Don't you know that? That's how, Booski. That's how. Erica calls Candace and tells her that she got tea. The wife had been through there. Now, Candace knew what she meant and asked where Erica was. Erica said she at the hotel. Candace under the impression it's the surrender, but no, she tell her, I'm at the Artesian. And Candace like, girl, I'm downstairs. She tell her, girl, come on, pussy, pop up these stairs so we can have this conversation. Okay? Now, this is where I'm a bit confused, and this is where each one teach one. Because does Candace suspect Erica or something? And if she do, why did she tell her everything about her and Jeffrey killing Quincy and burying him out in the backyard? Y'all know. They talked about their fake paperwork and the look that Candace had. Looked like, yeah, bitch, you set me up. And the look Erica was giving, even though she was saying out of her mouth she was sorry, was like, yeah, bitch, I got your back right then, okay? I don't know what happened. And also, I was confused because right before Candace arrived, David called and they set up an arrangement to go to dinner because he trying to make up to her for Veronica knocking on their door and harassing her. So they supposed to meet up in an hour for for dinner. Now my question was, did she assume that her and Candace's conversation would be over by then and he wouldn't run into her? Because Candace is the person that made him a mark for Erica. So I don't know, y'all. Put it in the pan if you know. I did the replay and I tried to grasp what was happening and I couldn't figure it out. I don't get that scene. If anybody know what's going on, and I hate that I don't, because y'all know I usually like to be very thorough and know what the fuck going on, but I couldn't figure that scene out. Now, Candace did tell Erica, to watch out for Veronica because she crazy, and Erica was like, yeah, but we crazy too. Candace had to tell her, girl, no, I'm talking about this woman is like that psychotic crazy where they go in and out of, one moment they psychotic as fuck and then the next minute they sane as hell. That's the kind she is. So, you might not want to fuck with her, but she congratulated her on holding her own when she did have her encounter with Veronica, okay? Now, like I said, I don't know. I didn't understand that scene, y'all. It seemed like they both feeling some kind of way about the other, but ain't nobody saying nothing, and it kind of threw me for a loop. I don't know, because if I don't trust this hoe, I sure wouldn't be telling her that I done killed somebody and buried them in the backyard. I don't know. Maybe they know enough on each other where neither one of them would talk, that kind of stuff. I don't know. But let's go over to Wyatt's cute ass loft he got over there. And he having withdrawal symptoms really, really bad. Now, Quita and her boyfriend is there with him too. And they talking about they can't wait till the next day because they going to take him into the bank so that he can withdraw some money. They finna get money from him. Now, Wyatt is having withdrawal so bad. He's sweating. He hurting. He begging for help. And my thing was, if Quita man's supposed to be a dope dealer, first of all, he ain't even recognized the fact that the boy was coming down and he's having, withdrawals. He fiending. Okay. 2, if you the dope man, why you ain't give him a little something? Because if y'all want him to go to the bank tomorrow, don't you know that he ain't gonna be in the right state of mind to go in no bank if he acting like this right now? And y'all dumb as hell. It's just stupid. They sitting in there talking about taking the boy to go get some money the next day. You got them talking about she asked him, do he got food in the house? He done told her no, but her and the boy is still running around there in the kitchen area. They at one point get his credit card, get talking about calling, ordering a pizza and all of this shit. Then they back in the damn kitchen. All the while they doing all of this shit. He done managed to get up and he done got to something. And he tapping on it. Now, either he was making a phone call or a text for some help. He was doing something. But they so stupid and, money hungry and bad acting that they don't even realize he done got up and did that. Now, they knew he was up. Quita said let his ass stay up because he's going to be throwing up in a minute. I'm sorry, I'm trying to pour circulation, girl. Pour circulation. But they don't even realize he doing it. I said stupid ass criminals. Just horrible acting. Now, Candace answers the phone for Vinny finally, and he won't know where she at. And she tell him, I'm at the hotel. Tell him what hotel she at, and he say, what room? She say she ain't got no room, but she'll meet him in the lobby. That was all he needed to hear. Click. So she get ready to go downstairs and deal with it, because Erica heard it and said, oh good, he sound pretty mad. So they agreed to stay in contact, and she left to go deal with Benny, okay? And apparently, Benny was around the corner, because shit, by the time she got downstairs, Benny was waiting on her in the lobby, and he pissed. He told her to come on, let's go. And she like, I'm not leaving. I've been on my own since I was 17. He didn't care to hear none of that shit. He told her, I done lost everything fooling with you. If you don't get that ass up and come on here with me, girl, these, okay? And them white folks was already alerted, child. They was already alerted. Because they, you know, they ain't used to this here kind of stuff. She's still saying she not going. In fact, she said she got a car. And that's when he had to tell her, girl, that car is stolen property. She talking about what he had to explain to her. He say, see that mortgage that you took out? In order for the bank to recoup the money that they gave you, everything we own belongs to them. That's why Mitch sitting down in jail right now, because when the man came to the tow yard, he tried to include his truck in with my business, and Mitch wasn't having it. He took his shit and he left, and they eventually wind up arresting him. And if you get in that damn car, the same thing gonna happen to you. That's basically what he telling her. He say, look, I done lost my truck too. You know, I ain't trying to hear all this here. Come on before I drag you out of here. And that's when security came, and Benny wasn't here for security either. He let them know, you know, you can get your ass away from me, because we finna go. And he also told Candace, shit, you might want to come roll with me, because war out. And I'm surprised he ain't found you yet, because he sure looking for you, honey. So that's when she carried her ass on without the argument. Now let's go over to the crime mansion, because Jim watching TV and he hears a news report of Jennifer missing. And as he listening, Katie come downstairs talking about, get out of this house, Jim. Child, he told her to hush. She told me, don't you hush me. She told him, Jim said, look, the only saving grace you have, y'all, I'm finna have to stand up, and it's cool though, but I'm gonna take y'all with me. We finna rise. Okay. Yeah. I have to stand up sometime when that circulation get kind of poor. Yeah, I have to do that there. Okay, y'all still can see her, bitch. Well, anyway, he told her he is her only saving grace, you know, and he ain't leaving till he know she got. Okay, yeah, there it is. All right, we going low again, y'all. We going low again. I'm sorry about the switching and shit, but child, sometimes, Lord have mercy. But anyway, he said he ain't leaving till she get her story straight. She don't care. She wanted him out, and she said that they got a dead daughter, and they don't know really what the hell going on with Wyatt, and it's all Jim's fault. He said, you still singing that same song. She said, what song? The one where I'm to blame for everything bad that didn't happen. He said, I'm here to make sure you don't screw this up. Being an airhead. These are not our local law idiots that you gonna be dealing with. This is the FBI, and they gonna be able to tear your story apart just like I did if you don't do the right thing. He said, but look here, if you want me to leave, here's what you got to do. You got to call Veronica and make nice. He said, David not talking to her. I don't talk to her ass like that, and we don't know what she thinking. So you the only bridge that we got to close that gap up. Katie wasn't here for it. Told him that it would be hell would freeze over before she talked to him, Veronica again. He said, well, you better do something and do something fast. Now the TV's still on, and they talking about DA girl. You know, she's still missing. Then it switched to a story about a body being found in the backyard of Candace's damn house, and the body is believed to be Quincy Maxwell, child. Now he listening to this here as the reporter, the on-scene reporter, is giving the what they know right now, up-to-date news on the shit. We see Veronica ease past her, but she looking in the camera. So I guess he didn't. Whoever seeing this shit see I'm on the scene, right? Jim gonna get up and he leave. He want to know what she doing there, so he headed over to the scene. Now, back at the hotel, the fountain drop that is, Hannah is washing dishes as little Quincy is watching TV, and he tells her, my mommy on TV. So she come over there and look, and she won't know what's going on because she see her daughter face up on that screen. She sent him to the other side of the room to put his headphones and play his little game. And the report is saying that the body of Quincy Maxwell was found at Candace's house, and that they are now looking for Candace Young, not as a suspect, but a person of interest. They also say that with the body, they discovered a set of Jaguar keys, those gonna be Jeffrey, and a gold rope bracelet. That would be Benny. But I ain't know that at the time. Now, just as the report is saying that Candace and Benny come to the hotel room, and the camera was still panning down in his mid-region area. I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, so is Tyler trying to give us a treat, or what's is it a mistake? I'm over here behind the scenes saying, shit, lift the camera up. You ain't showing his face, lift the camera up. You know, I'm behind the scenes being the director and shit. Well, now Tyler was the director, and he knew what he was doing. Because the purpose of that scene was, when he walked in there, she's looking at his arm, Hannah, and she asked him, where your bracelet at? And that shit went off. Child, this shit finna get good. I had been weird. It wasn't no bad episode. It was just long scenes and shit. But that was it. And I can't wait to see how this shit gonna develop, child. I want to know more about what they finna do with Barack Obama Jr. I want to figure out why you gonna get up out of this predicament that he in. And I sure want anybody to get down there in that clean pan, because I clean it out once a week for y'all. You know, sometimes 2-3 times a week, depending on how many times I come down. I make sure it's clean every time. If y'all understood that scene with Erica and Candace, maybe I'm missing something, but I watch it every week, so I don't know. But it look like they don't trust each other, for real. It look like something real peculiar going on between them two there. So if y'all got y'all maybe remember something that I done forgot, put it down in the panty, baby, and we'll talk about it down there. Now tomorrow, I will be back. Tomorrow, I'm trying to do a story time for my baby over on IG that I promised. He know who he is. I was on his live feed, and he want a story time, and I got one that's probably gonna be really good to tell, and it's funny because, you know, child, I live in color, but it's always something going on my age that's funny. But anyway, child, I'll be back with that, and I may actually give y'all a trending topic video for this week, because there's some shit that went on that I won't talk about. So if nothing else, you'll see me tomorrow on that story time, but there's a possibility that I'll talk about some trending topics that's been going on. So for sure a story time, but possibly a trending topic video or a talk time video with that too, okay? And of course next week we'll get back on our schedule. Y'all know Real Housewives of Atlanta tomorrow night. You won't get it till Monday morning. And Love and Hip Hop, you'll get it either that night or that next morning. Then have nots. We'll be back on track. Thank y'all for rocking with me, sticking with me. I know sometimes I'm a couple of days late, but I try to give you the best that I can. When I do show up on the scene, I'll be trying to make it as, you know, entertaining as possible. Please be on the lookout for Tangled and Twisted, episode 6. It should drop within the next day or two, maybe, hopefully. I mean, they got a little bit more editing work to be done on it. So he did post that it's going to be coming soon. So I'm just waiting on that to drop, and I'm going to talk about that as well. Y'all keep me in y'all prayers, because the bitch is really trying to do big things. And a part of that big thing is get the hell up out this South, at least Louisiana, and get my ass over there to ATL, where I can hobnob with the people that I need to hobnob with in order to do the next level of my life, what I want to do with it. Be patient, that cooking shit coming, but right now I'm trying to get something. I'm already a master at the cooking. I'm trying to master another thing, something else, you know. Told you about 50, I want to be able to look back and say, bitch, woo, come on, ho. All right. Well, the depth of my struggle will determine the height of my success. I believe that. I believe that for myself, and I believe that for all of you who are trying to get to another level in your life. That what you're willing to go through, what you go through, will only elevate you a little bit closer to that. That's what that saying actually means. Someone had asked me, why do I say that all the time? Because I have to encourage myself sometimes. You know, I have people, my love things that do encourage me, but sometimes I need to encourage myself, because I'm my biggest fan, okay? That's why. See you guys tomorrow. Story time, possibly trending topics. Have a good remainder to your Saturday, child. Don't get in no shit. Have some fun, honey. Love on somebody. All my haters. My friend told me to tell my haters I got businesses to run. Baby had a lay. You bitches gonna have to try Lady Nika another day. Peace. I said it, girl. Bye, y'all.